These athletes need to know their squat, which means...
And assignments, 3 heats of 10, starting with our bottom 10 after 4 events. Floor here. Mariana has actually been on the scene. If you've been following Wodapalooza Latin Cup, she's won it 2 years in a row.
The listed back squat at 335. So she got to be a natural, someone that we keep our eyes on in this 1 rep max.
Emily DeRoy is back from individual competition for the 2nd time, as DeRoy has one of the heaviest listed squats for the women, although if it's anything like the men, we might as well throw those maxes out the window as we bring in a guest to the booth that knows a little bit about competing on the competition floor. Alex Gazan, welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Alex, we've seen some crazy weights tossed up by the dudes. You've been on this competition floor for years. You've done max lifts in front of crowds. What is it about the crowd that boosts those lifts for an athlete?
Oh, there's nothing like it. Like the adrenaline, I swear you could lift whatever you think you can lift 20 pounds more. It's so cool.
That in the background, I'm assuming the warm-up area, you're sitting with your coach. You've got a plan. This is lift 1. Maybe look for me for 2, 3. But does that plan every once in a while, you're like, I don't know, that felt pretty good. Maybe we'll go off script a little bit. Talk about you had to be there. What does it feel like from the outside looking in for those that cannot understand at home?
Yeah, like for me, it's really bittersweet to watch. Like I'm just sitting here like, man, like I want to throw some weight around and be down there. Yeah, these athletes are incredible, and yeah, it's really fun.
Luisa Marquez will kick things off. 270. Now, I heard you play some bets earlier on a podcast of what that number may be. What is that? What do we think we may see after? Does it change after you saw what the men did?
No, I'm going with my gut. My first thing was 350. I feel like we're going to see at least someone hit 350. That's what I would have wanted to hit.
Caroline Prevost sets up for 295. As we are going to go through 3 rounds of this 1 rep back squat attempt. Athletes will have 20 seconds. Now, Alex, how is the recovery from that injury you sustained earlier?
Definitely getting a lot better on the mend. For a while I had some nerve damage, and it's starting to come all back, and now just getting my calves and all the surrounding muscles firing again. So yeah, definitely much, much better.
Sungyeon Choi. She'll get her first lift. 280 on the bar for Christina.
280 pounds on the bar.
Nice.
Yeah, solid lift for opening lift for her.
Alex, how important is that first lift? Not necessarily about the weight you put on the bar, but building confidence for the 2nd and 3rd attempts.
Yeah, for myself, and I think a lot of athletes can agree, like the way you feel plays a huge impact on how the lifts go. So you want that first lift, especially after being in the crowd, being tight, you want that first lift to feel good and like fast, so that way you keep that going into the next one.
Just saw a miss from Emily DeRoy, who has one of the top 5 lifted maxes.
Yeah, that's a tough way to start there. It's one of the keys is to start sharp, not slow. And now she's going to have to make some really hard choices as we watch Mikulishin have a successful opening attempt.
First 300 plus successful lift we've seen, as Maria Camila Quintero sets up for 290. Now, Alex, we talked about having a successful lift. What's the plan B if we miss the first one?
Oh, I've been there a time or two. Unfortunately for me, usually my misses have involved Olympic lifting, and sometimes you just got to pull and pray at that point. But I think with the back squat, you can be a little more meticulous and kind of assess, hey, was that just too heavy, or did I just miss like my time out of the bottom? And then you make your choice. But you got to be smart, because if you miss 2 in a row, then you're putting yourself in a hole.
Jen Muir nails 325, and
she's hitting 350.
Jen Muir is one of those athletes, everyone talks about maybe her endurance or gymnastics because of success at the semifinal level. Jen Muir has a powerlifting background that most people don't know about.
Well, and that was obvious there even in her setup and execution. Low bar approach, hips very far back, chest cantilevered forward, and she smoked it using that strategy.
325 is the heaviest weight we've seen as we make our way back around for round number 2. Luisa Marquez, also 290 on the bar. will not get it. Now, athletes, it's different from event to event, year to year, but in this case, they are allowed to go down from that attempt in case they miss it.
Yeah, that's nice. It kind of gives you that freedom to play a little bit and not be so stuck.
Yeah, it really allows you to have a little less pressure in these jumps. Wow. Great finish there by Meza.
295 is good for Meza as Prevost is loading up the bar to 315. Is good.
Yeah, good clean lift, and what we'll be looking for on her next jump chase is her ability to get the hips forward out of the bottom, a lot like we saw with some of the earlier lifts from the men. If the hips lag behind too long, you're just going to have to dump it forward.
And here come the threes as Sungyeon Choi goes from 295 to 310.
It's so funny. I have like the same like nerve feelings that like I would have down there. I'm like, why am I shaking?
Oh, I'm watching you squat with them.
Yeah, I know.
You're leaning back a little bit if they're leaning forward.
It's very hard not to do that, except Alex, you'll be very tired if you do 30 back squats every time you had they take the floor.
Oh, 295. Livitakis gets her second lift.
See if she can make this one.
DeRoy had opened with 290 and missed that.
There you go.
And at 275, I mean, it looks more maybe positioning or just wasn't in the right spot at the bottom.
Yeah, I mean, and you can even speak to this, Alex. Think about the accumulation of work they've already experienced.
Oh,
Does
yeah.
that go into a lot of the decision-making, at least with an opener and then maybe the second lift?
Yeah, I think, obviously I don't know what their body feels like, but I can tell you the times I've competed, day 2, day 3 at the CrossFit Games, you're rolling with what you got.
Mikulishin adds another 10 pounds. 320 is good.
Wow.
But I'll say, even if you're sore, though, there's something about here, like, it doesn't matter. Like, you still pull out the numbers that you don't think you can hit.
295 on the bar. A 5-pound increase from 290. That's good for Quintero.
All right, where'd she go? 345?
345.
345 for Jen Muir.
People are going to see this akin to what Justin did. Look at that setup. It's a 1-2 step, back up from the rack, deep breath.
Oh, easy. Oh, my gosh.
You know when you do when you see a serious lifter like that, you look at the shoes.
No doubt.
Oh, that was so...
Yeah, she wants her heels close to the ground, man. We got different approaches. Some people in their flats, some people in their Oli shoes. Those athletes that are geared for the posterior, they like to keep their heels close to the ground.
Siria Meha, she'll hit 290. And we have 1 round left to go. As Luisa Marquez sets up for 285. Missed her previous lift at 290.
Nice. There you go.
Wow.
Back squats are tricky, too, because everyone's sticking point is so different, so you never know where the lift is going to be made or failed.
305 for Mariana Meza.
We watched some of the men get well above parallel and still not finish the lift.
Yeah, that's where my sticking point is, right there. Like when you're pretty much up.
Right when everybody's like, you got it. I'm like, no, I don't.
Yeah.
This is the hardest part.
Yep.
305 is good. 325 for Prevost. She's already got 315 in the bag. Hoping for another 10 pounds. She won't get it, but 315 is still good.
It's tricky.
That's good for third in the heat.
And in that lift, it's like you wanted to see good control out of the top, but then at the bottom, a little bit more let go, a little speed out of the bottom might have helped her just a touch to stand through that sticking point.
325 for Sungyeon Choi, and she won't be able to get it. So she's there at 310. And Alex, I'm looking around, not to get ahead of ourselves, but I see a 355 on the bar for Jen Muir.
There we go.
305 for Christina Lividakis.
But she really saw that all the way through, though. She wasn't going to let go of that bar prematurely. She was like, nah, I'm going to make it bury me before I even bail on it.
300 on the bar for DeRoy. She missed 290 to start. Got 275.
There we go.
And 300 is good.
So her 290 must have just been like a lapse in timing or something like that, because that looked pretty good.
At these loads and this weight and how they feel, just the little thing out of balance can mean that bar's coming down.
Oh yeah, I use a big like hip reflex out of the bottom, and if I don't time that bounce right, it feels like 30 extra pounds on that bar. Oh, so close.
Ooh. 320 will still be good for Mikulishin. That's the second heaviest we've seen. Quintero, she's got 300 on the bar. She went 290, 295, and we'll stay with 295.
And that right there is the beauty of those straps and these racks that we're using right now.
And here it is, 355.
Let's go, Jen.
She's got it. Her last one was so good.
The rookie from Scotland, trying to add 10 pounds. And Jen Muir is making Alex Kazan look like one hell of an analyst right now.
All right,
give me Muir.
I actually feel guilty. I kind of forgot that she was so strong when I was thinking of who's going to hit 350. And yeah, that's so awesome. So maybe we'll see a few.
One heat down, 2 heats to go for individual action for the women in event number 5. This is the 2025 CrossFit Games. So we have our next 10 athletes ready to tackle the 1 rep max back squat presented by Lu Jean Jun.
And it is a simple one. They get 20 seconds at each one. 3 rounds through.
Your lane assignments for heat number 2. Your middle 10 for the weekend. You have 30 athletes competing. Addie Canyon will kick things off, opening up with 285 pounds. Think about managing emotions. How about managing forest fires? Addie Canyon. I think squatting in front of a crowd of a couple thousand is no big deal when you're staring a blazing fire in the face as a career.
Yes, intensity is always relative, Chase, and that is true, even with life circumstance.
Maxine Neely saddling up to 295 for her first attempt.
Wow. You talk about speed in and out of the bottom. Now, what I'm looking for Neely is that I'd like to see just a little bit more control in that initial descend so that she can use that stretch reflex in the bottom with control. Otherwise, as the weight goes up, that could lead to a little volatility there for her.
Abby Domit sitting in 18th. Is good at 305, so first 300 on the board.
Domit had a bit of a blend there. She got on the Oli shoes, but she's still using that low bar approach.
Annika Greer opening at 325. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Next.
Yeah, sounds like that 345, and then the jump's probably going to be a little big.
Lucy McGonigal.
And with the speed of that last lift, you wonder if she even goes more than what she planned on for her second lift.
285 for Lucy, youngest athlete in the field this year at the CrossFit Games.
So impressive. And she's so nice to boot.
Brooke Wells, 310 on the bar. .310 is good for Brooke. Fee Sagafi, 300 pounds. Sagafi won event 3 last night with the pegboard and squat clean complex. She's been working on her strength. That was her biggest weakness for a long time that kept her out of the games, and it's what helped get her here. 260 for Alexis Raptis. 260 is good.
Easy work there for Alexis.
Claudia Gluck opening up at 315. You really know her more for her gymnastic prowess, but Gluck can squat.
Yeah, listed max at 331. Again, if she's open at 315, this looks good.
Oh,
yeah. That's an old max. That's 331. That's an old max.
That did not look like a max.
295 for Gracie Walton. 295 is good. 1 round down.
Okay.
3 total rounds here for the 1 rep max back squat as we work our way back to Hattie Canyo. Canyo going for 300. Had a successful first attempt at 285.
Great intentionality there by Hattie. I mean, she did a great job at controlling the descend, using that stretch reflex at the bottom. She got some good speed there and stayed with it through the middle.
Speaking of speed, Lexi Neely. 295 looked pretty light. Let's see what she does at 310.
Yeah, that was that quick descent, like you said, Adrian. I think that's kind of where you lose that stretch reflex.
Yeah, it's hard. It's a hard balance, right? Because especially with adrenaline and everything in the heat of the moment, it's like you got to have just the right amount of control before you use that speed.
Domit going for 320.
Wow, and then you talk about control.
That's control a little lower on the next one. That's close.
You're right. And that is what we're looking for. The judge's standard is going to be hip crease got to go below the top of the knee.
45. She called it. Now where she's going to go. The most we've seen is 355 by Jen Muir.
Yeah, do you think she's going to take a bigger jump to hopefully beat it, or play it like?
I put your coaching hat on. You just saw that lift.
I mean, I feel like for myself, when I'm like, now that when you get to like a certain understanding and level of the sport, like you're just trying to get the points. So like sometimes you got to put your ego on the door and make sure you hit numbers that matter. But depending if you have the room to play, like it might be worth it for her to go. You also have to keep in mind there's not going to be a ton of girls that hit 345, so she's already given herself a really good cushion.
Cool.
Rick Wells at 320. Greer's already moved herself into second overall. 355 is the weight to beat as Fee Sagafi sets up for 315. What a fight from Fee.
That's what like a 1 rep max looks like. Like that was her max.
Raptis setting up
your total line.
Raptis will get it. If you look behind her, it looks like 355 is on the bar.
Yeah.
For Annika's last attempt as Glut gets set for her second attempt at 335.
This is now surpassing that listed max, at least that we've got as a reference. It's wild how quickly it changes, right? Like, 'cause that first lift looked so light.
305 for Walton. Oh,
that looked really easy. That looked almost easier than her first one.
Yeah, it did.
How often does that happen? You're warming up, you're in the corrals, it's maybe 15 minutes before you touch a barbell, and you come out here. Does traditionally that second attempt feel better than the first, even though it's heavier?
Oh yeah, I would agree 1,000,000%. Especially in a lift where like you have to go eccentric and up, like that first one always feels kind of terrible.
Canyon will stick with 300. Neely goes for 305. Missed her last attempt at 310.
All right, we'll slow it down just a little. Maybe.
Yeah. Wow, nice.
Good lift.
305 is good for Lexi Neely. It's 330.
Domit got the hops before.
For Abby Domit.
Yeah, she knows she's trying to call on all the energy and power that she can to make this lift. It's a long time under tension here for Abby. Good fight. She's got to be pretty pleased with that last lift. I thought that involved a lot of muster. Here we go.
Oh. That was so easy.
Look, she's upset. Literally, she's like, dang it. I should have went 365.
Yes, for all of us.
Yeah.
Easy to say in the booth, though. 355 is good for Greer. That'll still be good. Tied.
Is there a tie break for this event?
So the tie break, and that's what's important, is that the tie break is your previous lift that you hit.
Oh.
So if Muir had done 350 and hit 355,
So
that
they
would break the
tied
tie at
again,
345. Then you go back to the first lift.
And here we got Brooke. She's got 330 on the bar.
330 for Brooke Wells is good. And we haven't seen many smiles from Brooke this weekend yet, but we finally got one.
Soak it in, Ms. Wells.
Fee Sagafi. 2 times plus body weight.
Yeah, that would be an interesting stat to have their pound for pound percentages like at the end.
315 is still good for her. Raptis going for 290. Raptis won't get it. 325 on the bar for Gluck, so dropped a little bit to hopefully get just a little bit more than her first lift. That's good for Gluck. It's the 4th heaviest lift we've had so far after one heat. It's Gracie Walton. Goes for 315. And she gets it.
You talk about that unique sticking point. We almost saw one there. That was about to be pretty high.
Yeah.
She got out of the hole quite a bit before that bar started to slow.
I love the post-PR smiles, too, when people just get so excited.
Olivia Kerstetter back for the 2nd time. No stranger to heavy lifts at the CrossFit Games. Miriam Von Rohr, back-to-back CrossFit Open worldwide winner. Setting up with 325 to kick things off.
Okay. All right. Almost an akin execution to what we saw from Mr. Mertens on the men's side. Very vertical torso, pretty narrow stance. Clean and strong to start.
Haley Adams, 260 on a bar. Haley currently sitting in 9th overall. We'll get her opening lift. We said it before, it's that opening round. Just getting knocking the pre-cobwebs off even after sitting in the corrals for a bit, as Kerstetter has 310 on the bar.
Yeah, that's part of the gamification of coming to the CrossFit Games, is that you've got to learn strategy that's appropriate to prime you for these max lifts, because you've been standing around for 15 to 20 minutes prior to taking the floor after your warm-up.
300, opening lift from Maddie Sturt. Wow. Sturt sitting in 7th, 2 points behind 6th, 3 points back of 5th, 5 points out of 4th. It is getting very tight on the leaderboard as Danielle Brandon has 265 for her opening lift.
And that's a tough position to be in. We talked about starting fast. That's where it's better to start too light than too heavy in these situations.
Amy Kringle going for 275. She gets hit for Ariel Lowen. Ariel Lowen, as she normally does, sitting in 4th overall.
That's right.
And who notoriously does not max out in her training. However, she says she saves it for the competition floor.
And there's a unique mindset that is able to be garnered from Ariel. She has like this lightheartedness to her. Now, she's out for blood, don't get it wrong, she comes to win. But she just rolls with the punches so well that it's not a surprise to see her optimize her potential at the CrossFit Games.
Lydia Fish, 3rd overall, 265, looked very good for Lydia. The biggest knock on her coming in is the strength, as you see the fish head fans with her family, huge family. 3 brothers, 1 sister. Tia Claire Toomey. We have not seen someone take the leader jersey from her in competition since the second event of the 2019 CrossFit Games.
3, 2, 1.
Lucy Campbell donning the red and the white for the first time in her career. Opening up at 285. 285 is good for Campbell.
Looked great. Good, clean opening lift right there. That's how you build confidence.
Round 1 is done as we move to round number 4. 340 on the bar.
Yep.
For Miriam Von Rohr. Her 325 is already good for 5th in the event.
Yep. She's priming herself, Chase. That was a great number for her to say, okay, this is where I'm going to pivot, or I need to go this way or that way. Now she's eyeing, what's the best score right now on the leaderboard? I'm going to get that.
So she had 325. We know the best is 355.
Yep.
325 to 340 is a 15-pound jump. That means she's going to have to jump another 20 if she wants to win. But maybe that's not what she's going for. Haley, unable to get 270.
There's something to be said with the way these athletes execute. I'd like to see Haley keep her head a little bit more neutral from a coaching perspective to help her stay stable through her midline as she stands through the weight.
Herstetter will get 325. 340 for Von Rohr is good for 3rd. We have a tie in weight at 355. In your top 2 spots is Sturt. Sets up for 315.
Now 300 was easy for Maddie. Pretty smooth there at 315.
Danielle Brandon opened at 265 and missed it. He's now dropped down to 255. That is good for Danielle Brandon.
Okay, so now she's got some weight on the board. Now she's in a bit of a pickle. This is a harder choice to make now because of that opening missed lift.
Kringle got 275 in her first attempt. Now going for 290. 290 is good. This event's sponsored by Lu Zhangjun Lifters. $3,000 on the line for a win. $500 if you wear the lifters. As Ariel Lowen,
You got it.
gets 290.
It's like if you didn't know better, every lift for her is a max effort. Like, just awesome. She's so happy every time.
Lydia Fish hit 265 nicely as she moves up to 280. Lydia, hey, girl, get some confidence. You look good out there. One more lift for Lydia. She tries to hold on to that 3rd place position. Tia Claire Toomey also going for 325. Toomey just 2 points away from getting that leader jersey back.
Chase, we know she's focused a lot on endurance. She probably wouldn't admit that this is naturally a peaked lift for her right now. So she's banking on reserves, to be quite honest.
325 is good. And that has Toomey tied for 6th as Campbell sets up for 295.
Yep.
295 is good for Campbell.
She looks at her judge like, well, we got it.
Final round, here it is. 360. 355, we've seen twice. 360, you only got to do once. Miriam Von Rohr should take the event. 265 for Haley.
Got it.
265 is good. Kerstetter going for 335.
She tells everyone, I'm good. I'm good. With the listed max at 320, that would have been well above Olivia's listed previous max. We know that's not something that she's necessarily focused on developing, but wow, that would have been impressive.
325 for Maddie Sturt. This is big for her, and she gets it. A couple 325s on the board, and that puts her in a tie for 6th. 265. This is what Danielle Brandon missed on her opening attempt. Night and day from lift 1 to lift 3. Amy Kringle rocking the Lu Zhang shoes. If you're looking for a serious upgrade in your lifts, save 15% on Lu Zhang shoes. Scan the QR code now or head to luzhangju.com and grab you a pair. And that pair of shoes paid off for Kringle.
That's right.
And she's got 300 in the bag and 500 for wearing the shoes.
And she looked surprised that it went down, so 300 is a solid number for Amy Kringle.
295 for Ariel Lowen, who's sitting in 4th.
Really close, almost had it, started to shift a little to her right, decided to let it go. Probably a wise choice.
Fish hit 280. She's got 290 on the bar. That would tie her with Lowen, who's trying to chase her down for 3rd place solely, and she's not able to get it. So 280 for Lydia Fish. Tia Claire Toomey for 335. And she'll get her into 4th if she can hit it.
This is a big squat for Tia. This is going to tie a previous best in 2020 if she hits it, and she does.
335 looking very good for Tia Claire. As Lucy Campbell setting up for 305. Tia looking over. 305.
Wow.
Miriam Von Rohr. We were wondering if we were going to see it. And we got what we came for, 360.